my sweatshirt on for a minute, just because it's a little bit chillier. So come to lie down on the mat. And you can keep the knees bent for a moment. And just notice your spine on the floor and just close down your eyes. So just settle in here. You can feel free to walk the feet wider and allow the knees to fall in if you want to. So just come to a restful pose. And we're just going to settle in here just for a couple of breaths. So with the knees bent, just noticing the feet making contact with the ground. The lower back. Maybe you have that gentle arch as you move up the spine into the upper back and the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows. Just notice any part of the body that's in contact with the ground. And just start to deepen the breath. Taking that breath all the way in through the tummy, the ribs, the chest, into the throat, and then out through the chest, the ribs, and the belly. And just do a couple more. On your next breath in, just gently take the arms up above the head. And then send one leg long and the other, just taking a full body stretch. You can flex through the toes and point. So just get a little bit of movement. You can circle the ankles. And then reaching through one side of the body, so the right toes, right fingers really stretching. And then coming back and the other side. And coming back and then lifting the knees, hugging the knees into the chest. Just giving the knees a little bit of a squeeze. Sending the legs up towards the ceiling. Sorry, I'm just moving. Sending the legs up towards the ceiling and then lower one leg down towards the floor. So lower, for me, I've lowered the left legs up towards the ceiling. Keeping the leg that's lowered, just keeping that heel gently off the ground so it's not coming all the way to the floor. We're going to reach the arms up towards the foot. Take a stretch. And then gently lifting the head. And we're just going to do a couple of pulses here. So just reaching towards the foot. Exhaling to lift, inhaling down. And you can quicken that pulse if you want to. So just getting a little bit of fire into the belly. Gaze is up towards the foot. And then lower down. Reach the arms up above the head. Just switch the legs. And then bring the hands back. And again, just start to pulse here. Just reaching up towards those toes. A few more. And then reaching arms back. Keeping the arms lifted behind your head. Just scissoring those legs slightly. So just moving one and the other. Just changing over. Just a few times. And then hug the knees back into the chest. Give them a little bit of a squeeze, a little rock from side to side. Allow the knees to fall all the way over towards the right. Just a gentle twist. The right hand can rest on the left knee. You can stretch that left arm out. And coming back through center, taking them to the other side. Reach the right arm out, left arm, hand resting on the right thigh. Coming back through center. And then we're going to rock all the way up, coming all the way through onto our hands and knees. And straight away here, taking the knees wide, send those hips back, coming into a wide child's pose. And just resting here for a moment, taking a breath, trying to ease those hips down towards the heels. And again, they don't have to touch, it's just that intention, drawing hips and hands away from each other. Maybe foreheads on the floor. Inhale to look up and then walk the hands all the way over to the right side. Maybe left hand can go on top of the right as you draw the head down. Really stretching into that left side of the body, so pushing that left hip away. Breathing all the way into the armpit area, so really feel that stretch, reaching through that left hand. Coming back through center. Take it to the other side. Reaching with that right hand. Breathing deep. Really stretching, rooting down through that right hand. So when you have a bit of intention in that hand and the fingertips, the palm, get a bit more of a stretch down that right side. Right hip pushing away. And then coming all the way back through center. Take another child's pose. Breathing deep. Inhale, coming all the way up into our cow pose. Arriving here. Anchoring through hands and feet. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So just take a few moments just to stretch through the spine. Your own little spinal dance this morning. So just moving through, feel the stretch. You can pause in one of the poses if you need to, taking a breath. Finding what you need this morning. And then we're going to come back to our tabletop position. We're then going to lift the feet and we're going to send the feet over towards the right side, tops of the feet on the ground, and then just looking over the right shoulder, drawing this left hip away. So just feeling that stretch all the way through this left side of the body. Then come back through center, lifting the feet, taken to the left side. And again, gazing over that left shoulder, drawing that right hip away. Coming back through center, we're just going to switch again from one side to the other. Really stretching into the side of the body. Coming back through center. Walking the hands forward, lowering the hips all the way down. Forehead gently arrives on the mat. Pull the hands back slightly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back down. Slide the hands forward, so elbows are underneath the shoulders. Inhale, open up through the spine. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. And just draw this left shoulder back slightly so you can start to stretch into the right side of the body. And then come back through center and over towards the right side, and just draw this right shoulder back through center. From here, just bend into this left knee. Bring your right arm sort of across the body, just so you can lean onto the right elbow. Hold on to this left foot and just draw it in slightly. So you can just be here. Maybe you're just stretching through that leg. Maybe you start to open up towards the side, stretching into the left side of the body, using this arm to anchor. Exhale, release, and just switch to the other side. So finding what works for you. Maybe inhale, start to open. Exhale, coming back. Hands coming under the shoulders. Inhale, pushing up, rolling through the spine. Inhale into our cow pose. Exhale into cat. Inhale again. Exhale to round. One more. Come back to that neutral tabletop position. From here again, we're going to lift the feet. We're going to take them over towards the right side. Keep that right knee planted as you then step the left foot back slightly. So the whole of the right side of the body is going to be in one line. So coming into a gate pose, rolling down through that foot. Take that left arm up. Anchor down here. Find that connection with the earth and that lift up. And then maybe the left fingertips come over the head, really reaching. Exhale, left hand comes down, come back to center. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine, lifting the feet. Turn the feet out towards the left, and then send that right leg long, coming into our gate pose. You can bring the hand to the hip to just open up here, rolling those ribs back, and then take the arm up. And then reaching right arm up over the ear towards the front of the mat. Find that space, that stretch. And exhale, making your way back. Hands come down, knees come down. Curl the toes under, lifting the hips, coming into our downward dog. Take this top off a moment. So take a breath or two in our dog pose. Pedal through the feet. Take a little bit of a stretch. Wiggle through the head. And then bend into the knees, so you're on the toes of the feet. And then draw your heels towards the right side. Bend into your right knee, straighten through your left leg, and look underneath your left armpit. So you're really starting to stretch here. Maybe even coming onto the fingertips of this left hand. And then come back through center, down dog, bending into the knees, coming onto the toes, spinning the heels to the left side, bending into the left knee, straighten through the right, maybe on the fingertips of the right hand, looking under the right shoulder, under the armpit. And then coming back through center, soften through the knees, looking forwards. Making our way up, forward fold. Take a moment here. Relax through the head, through the shoulders. You can hold on to opposite elbow and just take a gentle sway. Take one more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that length through the spine. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, rooting down through the feet, rolling all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So you can stay at the top of your mat. We're just going to come to the centre just for a moment. So from here, we're going to cross the left foot over the right, but instead of bringing it sort of in line with that foot, we're just going to be on the toes of that left foot. So maybe think dancer or something. So you're on the toes of that left foot. You're going to reach your arms up. You're going to hold on to that left wrist and just gently pull that left wrist over towards the right side. So you're really starting to stretch. Imagine stretching up all the way through the left hip, the left ribs, into the left armpit, out towards those fingertips. Take another breath. Inhale back to center. Plant the foot, bring the hands back down, step the right foot out on the toes of that right foot. Inhale, take the arms up, hold on to that right wrist, and then gently stretching over towards the left. So drawing that length through the right side of the body. Full breath here. Just working into the sides. One more breath. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Hands come to the floor, stepping left foot back, lowering left knee down to the floor. Come on to the top of that left foot. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, drawing either the hands to your heart or onto your hips. Just take a moment here just to find your balance. Find that root through the feet. You can roll those shoulders back. A nice long line through the spine. Maybe dropping the hips slightly, but keeping that right knee over the top of the ankle. Breathing deep. Lifting your left arm up, and then bend at the elbow and bring your left arm to the top of your shoulders, to the middle of your upper back. And then bring the right arm up, holding on to that left elbow. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, just start to lean towards the right. Using this right hand to gently draw a little bit more stretch into this left side. Breathing deep. Active through the legs, through the core, looking after that lower back. Inhale, come back up, release the hands. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Lift that back knee and step the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Folding back down. Planting the hands, stepping that right foot back. Lower right knee. Inhale, hands onto hips. Anchor through the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Again, finding that nice line through the spine. Having those natural curves, but awareness in the front of the body. Legs are active, drawing towards each other. Reaching right arm up now, bending into that right elbow, placing that hand the top of the back, in the middle. Left hand holds on to the left elbow or just below. Inhale, open up through the chest. Strong through the legs. Exhale, leaning over towards the left. Maintaining that openness through the front of the body as you lean into this stretch. Breathing deep, one more breath here. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, hands come down, lifting through that back leg. Step that right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, bending through the knees, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause here, take a breath. Close your eyes. Notice if you can feel those sensations through the side of the body. Inhale, open the eyes, take the arms all the way up. Maybe interlace those hands, push the palms away, lean back slightly. Exhale, break free, folding forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bring the hands to the floor, walk the feet out so they're as wide as your mat. So just repeating something we did at the beginning of the week. So from here, we're just going to inhale, start to lengthen through the spine, and then you're going to bend into your right leg. Bring your right hand either in line with the right foot or off the mat slightly, then take that left arm up. So this left leg is straight. You can take it wider if you want to. Left leg is straight. You're bending into this right knee. Reach left arm up. Navel draws in. Find that openness, that expansion. Full breath here. Exhale, release the hands down. Walking over to the left side, bend into this left knee. Left hand can be in line with that foot. Inhale, straighten through that right leg. Reach that right arm up. Again, opening up through the chest. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Turning the toes out, heels in. Inhale, half lift. Find that awareness through the center. Exhale, dropping the tailbone down. Coming into our Malasana. So just taking a couple of breaths here in Malasana. So feel free, you can always bring a block underneath your seat if you need to. Hands anchoring in, maybe drawing towards the heart. Right hand comes down in line with the right foot. And then take that left arm up. Use this right elbow to sort of anchor in here. Open up to the left side. Take a breath. Bringing the left hand down, switch left hand to the floor, anchor that arm in, take the right arm up. Full breath. Hands come back down, bring the hands back to the heart. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come back down. Inhale, lifting, walking the feet back in towards each other, either together or hip distance apart, your choice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. From here, step the left foot back. Pivot the left foot coming into our warrior two stance. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. So arrive here Reposition the feet if you need to. Hips, shoulders facing out towards the long side, gazing towards the front. Take a breath. Relax through the shoulders. Keeping the legs where they are, drop the left hand down to that left leg. Reach the right arm up, palm facing up. Reverse warrior. Inhale here. Straighten through that front leg, find that length. And then reaching forward with that right hand. Coming all the way into our Trikonasana. Now feel free here to bring the fingertips on top of the knee. On top of the shin. So below the knee, but not pushing onto the knee. So it's entirely up to you. You can always bring the fingertips to the ground. Left hand can be on the hip. Start to roll the shoulders back, open up. Maybe reaching that left arm up. Take a breath here. And again, you can stay here with the arms, shoulders stacked over each other, or maybe again, stretching into this left hip, you can take the left arm up above the head. So a triangle Trikonasana variation. Breathing deep. You have a soft micro bend in that front knee. Inhale, coming up. Straighten through that front leg again. Exhale, reverse. Both legs straight. Full breath here. Bend into that front knee, bring the right elbow down, side angle, reach that left arm up. So really working into the sides of the body today. Breathing deep, strong in these legs. Have this sort of lift here, so lengthening. Inhale, back up. Hands come to the hips, turn the toes in, wide, standing. Open up through the chest. Exhale, folding forwards. So take a moment here. You can release the hands. You can walk the feet wider if you want to. You can have a play here. We are going to take a couple of breaths. So feel free to get comfortable. Just notice how the body feels in this forward fold, breathing into the sides of the body. Take another few breaths here. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit. And then drawing the head back down. Right hand comes over to the left ankle, left arm reaches up, stretch. Release left hand down. Take the left arm to the right ankle on the outside and then take that right arm up. Notice if you're leaning back into the heels. Try and keep a little bit of the weight forward. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Turn the left toes out now. Coming into warrior two on this side, facing towards the back of the mat. Take the arms out. Breathing deep. Find your warrior today. So just notice if there's any adjustments you need to make. Full breath. Front palm turns up, right hand to the back of that right leg, reaching up, reverse warrior. Take a breath here, maybe leaning back a little bit more. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. And then start to lean forward. This right hand can come onto the right hip, really reaching here, and then bringing this left hand down. So again, decide where you place this, roll this right shoulder back. Maybe take the right arm up, really opening through the chest. And you can stay here, lots of variations. Maybe reach that right arm forward today. Full breath. Soft bend in that front knee. Inhale, coming up. Straighten through the legs, reverse. And then bending into that front knee as you come up. Coming into our side angle, left elbow down onto the left knee. Reach the right arm up. Full breath here. Inhale, coming back up. Hands come to the hips, turn the left toes in. Roll the shoulders back. Open up through the spine. Interlace the hands behind you. Drawing those knuckles down towards the ground. So really getting a stretch here through the shoulders. Navel draws in. Soften through the knees. You can turn the toes in slightly. Leading with the heart. Start to fold forward on that exhale. And maybe lifting the arms all the way up. Over the head, take a breath here. Release the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Turn the right toes out. Exhale, bend into this right knee. You can walk the hands over towards the right foot and maybe just have the hands here on the fingertips opening up through the chest. Or feel free to bend into this right knee, maybe lifting through the left foot and lifting the hands off the floor, coming into our Skandasana. Open up, stretching into this left hip, all the way into the inner thigh, the groin. Take one more breath. Hands come down to the floor. Inhale, lift. Turn the left toes out slightly now. Bend into that left knee and walk your hands to the left side. And again, you can be here just working in a higher position, just stretching. Or again, maybe dropping this down. If you need to lift the heel of the left foot, you can do. Or you can keep it planted, lifting the right toes, coming into our Skandasana. On this side, open up through the chest. Full breath. Smile. Enjoy. Exhale, hands come back down, lifting up. Coming back to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften through the knees, turn the right foot out. Walk the hands all the way back towards the front of the mat, so you're in this runner's lunge. And then step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal through the feet, really stretching. Breathing deep. Take another breath. Coming forward into plank. Lower the elbows down to the ground. So you're in a forearm plank. Notice if your bottom is lifted here, are you able to make a long line, drawing that navel in. And then from here, we're going to roll over onto the right elbow. So I've sort of brought, you can lower your knees down to the ground for a moment. I've brought the arms across, so it's almost like they're in front of each other. in this position. And we're going to roll from one side to the other. So getting those arms situated and then lifting through the heels, through the knees, rolling over onto the right side, right feet pivot, lift that left arm comes back, rolling over to the left side, lift the right arm, and rolling back. We're just going to switch a few times. Here you can lower the hips down and then lift back up, or maybe just switching from side to side. Building strength. A few more, moving slow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale. Inhale again, coming back. Take the forearm plank. Bring a left knee in towards the chest. Send it back. Right knee in towards the chest, rounding through. Send it back. One more each side. Lower the hips down. Release the hands. Coming down onto your forehead, your chest, the front of your body. Hands placed underneath the shoulders. Just take a breath here, drawing those elbows towards each other. Shoulders lifted. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, pushing up onto knees, taking the hips back, reaching the hands forward, coming into a child's pose. So you can take the knees wide, feet touching if you want to, or maybe you take a traditional child's pose, let the shoulders have a rest, a bit of love. And you can allow the shoulders to drop down. And just take a couple of breaths here. Breathing into the back of the body, into the ribs. Again, as we breathe in, think expansion, getting bigger, inviting that breath. And slowly coming back up. From here, we're going to come over onto our bottom. We're going to send the right leg out, the left foot in, and just take a moment here to arrive. You can adjust if you need to roll any fleshy bits out of the way, then you can. Just get a little bit of movement here, in through the neck. Then the right hand's going to come across to the left thigh, so the leg that's bent. And you're going to take the left arm up and use this right hand to anchor as you gently just either stretching towards the right, or you can stretch towards the toes. And you don't have to come and touch the toes at all. So just really being mindful here. It's almost like you have this opposition. So you're pushing through one side and the other. So you're drawing away. So you're really starting to stretch, pushing this left hip, the left knee away as you're reaching over, trying to keep those hips rooted. You can relax through the neck. This right elbow can be grounding into this right thigh. Breathe into the left side of the body. Full breath. Inhale, coming up. Plant the left hand down. Keep the legs where they are, but soften just a little bit through this right knee. This right arm's going to come forward, lifting up through the hips. Take that right arm out now towards the left side, really lifting, stretching. Exhale, coming back down. We're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale again, reach and stretch. And this time we're going to bring the right hand down. So we've got a bit of a transition here. So you're just going to bring yourself onto your mat, but this left knee is going to come towards the left elbow, left wrist, sorry, and we're going to take our pigeon pose. Okay, so if that got confusing at all, from here, we bring the right hand down, move this left knee across, and just bring yourself back onto your mat. Lower right foot to the ground, the top of the foot. You can stay lifted here. You can draw this right foot out a bit more if you want to, left foot, sorry. And then you can maybe lower the forearms down to the ground and just take a couple of breaths here in our pigeon pose. Notice if you're dropping out towards the right side, can you level those hips? Really feel that stretch in that left glute, into the IT band and this piriformis muscle where the sciatic nerve runs through. So just take a couple of breaths here. You can really round through the spine and relax through the neck. And then slowly making your way back up. And just dropping the hips down. And we're going to go on to the other side. So left leg goes out, the right foot comes in. And again, just position yourself here so you're comfortable. And then this left hand's going to come across to the right thigh. Use that to anchor. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, just gently leaning over towards the left side. Maybe reaching towards these toes. But the awareness here is this stretch through the side of the body. You can wiggle those fingertips on the top arm, just releasing through the arm. Full breath. Inhale, coming back up. Bring the right hand down. Left arm sweeps across the front of the body. Take those hips up, lifting, stretching. Take a breath here. Lengthen through this left arm. On your next exhale, lower the hips down. 2 more of those. Inhale, reach. Stay for the exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. And on your next exhale, release the hips down. We're going to reach back up with this left arm. Bring the left hand down to the ground. Bring this right knee across to the right wrist and just position yourself back on your mat. And then you can adjust this left foot so you can bring it out, right foot out a little bit more. Just position yourself, just notice. I quite often walk this left leg back slightly so I can get a bit more of a stretch into this right glute. Then arrive here, open up through the chest. Relax through the shoulders. If you're staying up high, you can always come onto the fingertips, open up through the chest, sink those hips down slightly. Or maybe you come down onto the forearms, or maybe you bring the forehead to the floor, your choice. Again, just noticing the hips. Can you level through those hips? Just take a couple of breaths here. Rolling up through the spine, bringing that right hip to the ground and spinning this left leg all the way through. And we're just going to see if we can draw this right foot out towards the left side, so the knees slightly forward. And this left leg, because I'm crossing my legs, is the left leg's going to come over on top. So we're just coming into our cow face, legs here. So just notice you can bring the hands to rest on the feet. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, just start to fold over the legs. You can keep hold of the feet, or you can bring the hands in front. It's entirely up to you. Breathing deep. Awareness in the feet. You can give your feet a little bit of a massage here. Self-love. My toes feel cold on this frosty morning. And then coming back up, lean back onto the hands. We're going to switch the legs. So lean back, bring that left leg under now, right leg on top, and then just adjust how you need to. Holding on to the feet. Inhale, open up through the spine. Exhale, folding over the legs. I can definitely feel this in this right glute and this right hip. Notice any comparisons between both sides. Take another breath here. And then slowly rolling up. Releasing the feet. Just bring the soles of the feet to touch. Lengthening through the spine. Feel free if you want to take a bit more space here by sending the feet a little bit further forward, you can, or you can bring them in a little bit closer, roll those shoulders back. I like to use the hands, the ankles like an anchor, so I can really draw those shoulders away from the ears and start to draw the knees towards the floor. On your next exhale, folding forward. So feel free, you can keep these elbows in, resting them onto those knees, maybe helping you to fold a little bit further forward, or you can release down. So it's entirely up to you. Feel free if you want to hold on to the feet instead of the ankles. And just take a couple of breaths here. Tucking that chin, really rounding through the spine. Inhale, slowly rolling back up. Bring the hands behind you, bring the feet out in front, and just switch the knees from one side to the other. So it's like our windscreen wipers, just taking on one side. You can pause on one side and lift through that hip. And then take it to the other side. And then come back through center. Crossing the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand onto left knee, left hand comes behind you, roll those shoulders back. Find length as you inhale. As you exhale, soften, maybe twist through a little bit more. And then come back through center and switch the arms to the other side. Inhale, roll that shoulder back, open up. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Come back through center. Inhale. Exhale, close down the eyes. Just get comfortable for a moment. You could bring the palms to face up. Index finger and thumb come to touch. Eye mudra. Loka samasta sukhino bhivantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhivantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhivantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the way I live my life contribute to the happiness and freedom of all. Loka samasta sukhino bhivantu. Breathing in, reaching your arms all the way up. Breathing out, palms come to touch, hands down to the heart. Always having kind and loving intentions, hands to the mouth for kind and loving words, and to the third eye for kind and loving thoughts to yourself, to those around you, and the rest of the world. From me to you, have a wonderful day. It's so beautiful here. It's beautiful blue sky. Namaste.